Wabash Valley Chevy Dealers Sports Desk. Here's Jack Burney.
Good evening, everybody, and welcome back. We start tonight in Las Vegas in the NBA Summer League. It was a battle of local products as Terre Haute South and Vincennes used Craig Porter Jr. faced off with former ISU Sycamore Jake LaRavia as the Cavs took on the Grizzlies. Jake LaRavia getting the highlights started with the long-range three to tie the game up at 16 early in the first quarter. Craig Porter would check in at the end of the first quarter to make an immediate impact with a nice back cut here and a layup over two taller defenders for his first points of the ball game. Late second out, Porter going to work once again. He gets the defender in the post, spins back to his dominant hand, his right hand, and hits the shot off the glass to extend the Cavalier lead. LaRavia would answer on the next Memphis possession as he knocks down the three. The former Sycamore finished with 16 points and 5 three-pointers, but the story remained to be Craig Porter Jr. Defense leads to offense here. He picks off the pass, goes strong to the bucket for the easy lay-in. Fourth quarter now, Craig going to work at the top of the key. He's going to show you that his jumper, step back, splash. Finally, a little bit later, Porter showing off the moves as he goes left and it's going to spin back to his right. Check out this move. He goes up and under for the lefty layup. The former Terre Haute South and Vincennes star finishes 12 points, 7 boards, and 6 assists in his third Summer League game. The Cavs moved to 3-0 in the Summer League with a 100-77 win. Another strong performance from Porter, who hopes that his opportunity in the Summer League leads to a rotation spot for Cleveland in the regular season.
I don't think, it's not really anything too specific. It was just really keeping me around the organization, learning a lot of the system and the things we do, just getting familiar with a lot of the pieces around here, and really just over time figuring out how I'm going to fit into the actual team, and then really just working my way up, which I feel like I could do, being a backup guard or something like that. So really just figuring out what it would take to be in that next spot. So.
The Terre Haute Rex back in action tonight at Bob Warren Field after an off day yesterday. The Rex looking to get back in the win column as they hosted the Danville Dans. Former Northview star Landon Carr getting the ball for the Rex. Dans jump on him early here. Hank Bard grounds one to short. Rex shortstop Camden Karcheski fields it and fires to the plate, but the runner is safe as the Dans take a 4-0 lead in the second. Dans add to the lead still in the second inning as JT Walden hits one fair down the left field line. Another run is going to cross the plate. The Dans extend the lead to 5-0 after 2 innings, but Carr would settle in after the second inning and check out this nice defensive play. The ball is grounded back to the pitcher's mound. Carr is going to dive to make the stop. He throws from his knees to Carter Murphy for the out at first. The Northview to West Vigo connection teaming up for the defensive play for the Rex. A little later, Landon Carr is going to get one of his 2 strikeouts to end the third inning. Carr went 4 innings in this one. He did give up 7 runs, though, as Danville led it 7-0 after 4. But the Rex started the rally in the bottom of the 5th as Camden Karcheski lines one deep into the left center field gap for an RBI double to get Terre Haute on the board in this game. The Rex added 3 runs in the bottom of the 7th, 2 runs in the bottom of the 9th, but the rally falls just short. The Dans hang on. They beat the Rex tonight 7-6. Terre Haute wraps up their 6-game homestand tomorrow at Bob Warren Field. Sticking in baseball with some coaching news in high school as Bloomfield baseball head coach Jared Holtzclaw announced that he has submitted his letter of resignation from the position. Holtzclaw took to Twitter to announce the news, saying, "I told anyone who would listen when I took over this program I was going to run it the right way or I wouldn't run it at all. So as of tonight, I'm no longer running the program." Holtzclaw has been the head coach of the Cardinals since the 2020 season, leading them to 2 winning seasons in that time frame and a 16-10 record this past high school baseball season. And finally, the 2023 Para Athletics World Championships taking place in Paris, France this afternoon. Indiana State sprinter Noah Malone looking to win big and in the process qualify for the 2024 Summer Paralympic Games in Paris. Malone competing in the men's 100-meter T12 dash, and after setting the record in qualifying, Noah Malone takes home his first Para-Athletics World Championships gold medal, crossing the line first with a time of 10.53 seconds. The Fishers, Indiana native and Indiana State junior automatically qualifies for the 2024 Summer Paralympic Games. With the victory, it will be Malone's 2nd Paralympic Games after winning 1 gold medal and 2 silver medals in the 2020 Summer Paralympic Games in Tokyo. That's a wrap for sports. We'll be right back after the break.